keep a lot of tabs open, especially mental tabs. And I did not know that was a thing. Hello beautiful, and welcome to Cultivating Inner Beauty, where we're all about loving our healthy selves from hair, skin, and nutrition, and that, my friend, starts from within. So on my phone, I was looking for some video, but I decided to go through my tabs because I had a lot of them just open on my phone, and my phone was acting kind of glitchy this week. So before I started to delete them, I was going through them, and guess how many tabs I had open? I had like 43 tabs open. Sometimes I remember one time I had like 73 tabs open on my phone. And then when I went on my computer, this bad boy, I had a lot of tabs open on there. And I was like, what is it with me with all these tabs? And so if you've experienced the same thing, hopefully with these 7 tips, we can help each other out. But where does this all come from in the first place? So what's happening is what's called task switching. And that's basically when your brain is hopping from one thing to another and it's shifting its attention. And what's actually happening in that process is that you're actually losing your focus or your concentration based on the task. So maybe you had a lot of focus the first time around, and then you switch to focus on something else. Then once you go back to that first thing, you don't have the same amount of focus as you did the very first time you started. And so as you keep multitasking, you're actually losing your focus at the same time. And this is how we keep so many tabs open, because it's our brain's way of saying that we're being productive, when in actuality, we're making it seem like we're productive, but we really haven't been able to finish our thought. It can actually lead you into information overload because you're trying to accomplish so many things at one time. And I definitely have some stories that relates to that, because I guess my logic, I keep so many tabs open because I guess I ask myself a lot of questions. And the more questions that I ask, I feel like I have to open up another tab. At least that's my logic when I would do it on my phone. So I would start off with one subject, and then I'd be like, okay, I have a question with that, and then I have to open up another tab. Instead of continuing with that, I don't want to lose my place with the last thought I had. Instead of finishing that thought, I just keep going down the rabbit trail, and eventually that's how I have so many tabs. Or I'll just begin my next new thought with a new tab. And so I have, basically, it's like a bunch of incomplete thoughts when you have so many tabs open in your brain. Now, to me, not all multitasking should be looked at as a bad thing, because we kind of need that balance. Like if you're washing your clothes, well, you're not going to sit and literally wait for your clothes to be washed and dried. Like that would be a waste of time. So during the time while your clothes are being washed, then maybe you go watch a movie or read a book or clean the rest of your house. And so that is beneficial. Or maybe you're at work and what you do at work doesn't require too much brain activity. Like you could just do it without too much concentration. Well, you still have to concentrate, but it doesn't require too much of your energy of being laser focused. So at the same time, you're able to listen to some music or listen to one of your favorite podcasts. I think those kind of examples are great. Also, like if you're a parent and you have a baby, you're taking care of the baby, and you also have to do something else around the house to get things done. Well, you kind of have to multitask to do it. So I think some situations is kind of created for you to have that multitasking ability, while others, it requires more of your attention. And so we just want to be sure that when we're focusing on a certain task, we want to be sure that we're all in and very present. So I'm going to share these 7 tips with you to help stay motivated and more focused on what's before you. So let's go ahead and get started with that. My first tip is to make sure you're changing the scenery. Your space really matters. Sometimes some people, they could get a lot done with the TV being loud in the background, while others not so much. And I'm one of the people that's not so much. I know the other day, I have an office, so I like to do my work in the office because it's nice and quiet. But the other day, I actually felt like I needed to be in the library environment. And I was telling my husband, I said, I'm not sure what it is, but I just need to be surrounded by lots of books. But really, that kind of environment, sometimes it just helps me to really be focused on what I'm working on. You just want to be sure you're in the space that's going to help you to stay focused and not easily distracted. My second tip is to learn to quiet the mind. And so you do this by, one of my favorite things is to unclutter your mind with journaling. There's so many benefits with journaling, and one of the things I like to do, especially in the evening when I have a lot going on throughout the day, and I just feel like it's still like certain parts of my day is still going back and forth in my mind. I need to release those thoughts before I go to bed because I don't want to be dreaming of what I had going on throughout the day. So one of the best ways is to unclutter your mind with a journal. So writing down everything that happened or that you want to share in your journal, that will help your mind to really be at ease. Another tip within this tip is to walk in nature. So there's a lot of benefits with just walking outside, especially when it's nice outside and the sun is out. So you're also getting a dose of vitamin D, which is very good. But being outside, that increases your serotonin levels, your hormones, and that also increases your peace. So that's great for your mind as well. And it helps with reducing anxiety. And my third tip within this is turn off your phone. So if you can, sometimes, like for me, I like to put my phone in another room, and that helps me with not like constantly looking at my phone every time it vibrates. If I'm focusing on a task, then I might put do not disturb so my phone won't keep vibrating. Especially at night, that could be a thing, because if you're trying to go to sleep and you're looking at your phone, that bright light is going to waking you up. The next tip that I would give is don't force what to focus on. Sometimes we put so much energy into trying to accomplish a thing when it's not really the best time to do so. Or if you're straining yourself to get it done, then chances are you probably need to take a break. But one thing that I would recommend that you do before you start a thing, or before you start the things that you need to focus on for that day, then just pray and ask God for His will, and ask God to increase your focus and your attention span, because that's going to help you tremendously in getting the task done according to His will. If let's say you're writing a book or something, some days you may feel more creative to write that book. And so even though you may have a lot of things you want to get done that day, if God gave you the grace to complete the book on Monday, then by all means, go ahead and focus and use that grace to complete your book. Don't procrastinate and hold it off, because that's going to limit how productive you actually become. And so you just want to be sure that you're using His grace at the right time. Another thing I'll say is to make sure you're taking a lot of short breaks. Being productive throughout the whole day is a good thing, but if you're just constantly wearing yourself out to get something done without taking those short breaks and just re-energizing yourself, then you're going to get drained pretty quickly. So be sure you're taking short breaks. One of the things that I would do every now and then is I think it's called the Pomodoro technique, but it's with the tomato. I know what I'm talking about. The Pomodoro timer is basically, you could get this on your phone. It's an app, and it sets like different intervals for you to focus on your different tasks. So I think it's set at like 25 minutes. So 25 minutes you're being productive on that one thing, and then you have short 5-minute breaks in between, and then you just keep going back and forth with that. So I would do that, and that helps a lot. You gotta talk about it. we gotta talk about it. And I think you know what I'm talking about, which is eating well with purpose. So eating foods with purpose. I don't know if you know this or not, but having foods with a lot of sugar and heavily processed foods, it not only messes with how you look physically, but it also can interfere with your focus and your concentration as well. All of that is inflammation, and so we do not want that. So if you've been eating like that for a while, then you want to detox and really change your diet for the better, because all of that plays a big part with how you're focusing in your attention span. Eating bad foods is not only going to hurt you down here, but here as well. So increase like your omega-3 foods. I even read that blueberries play a big part in your concentration levels. Like it will boost your concentration levels very high because of its antioxidants and everything. And so when we eat with more intention, then you're going to get more of the benefits. So we are at number 6, and that's all about working out. I will get jokes all the time like, Ashley is working out. Oh, I know she loves to work out and everything. And it's not just because of like staying in shape or anything, but working out has a lot of benefits. And one of the benefits it has is that it reduces your stress level, your anxiety and stress level. And so when you work out, it really helps to calm your mind, and it really helps you to focus. And so I would just say you don't have to be in the gym all day like some people do. You could just give it a few minutes a day, a few minutes, a couple of days a week. That's going to be a big game changer when it comes to how you concentrate. So my final tip for you is to let go of all the tabs. One of the things that I did this week, I told you I had like 43 tabs open on my phone. I don't know why, please don't ask. But I went through each tab and I deleted all of them. So now I only have like one tab open, and that's Cultivating Inner Beauty. I did the same thing on my computer. I deleted all those tabs because really I don't know why I had all those open. And I'm doing the same thing in my mind as well. Now, how can you do it in your mind? Well, do those 7 tips that I shared with you, but also just be sure that you're inviting God in. And so I think for me, a lot of thoughts that I had open, it was because I was trying to figure it out myself sometimes. And so as I continue to grow with God, I'm learning to also be sure to give things to Him, not try to figure it out on my own, but in my relationship with Him, just trust that He's going to take care of it, and it's not my job to take care of it. I'm also getting rid of things that don't matter, old offenses, just old experiences that don't serve me any value to where I'm going. But I tell you, when you start to do some of these things, God will expand your bandwidth, your mental capacity, so you can handle the things that He's trying to give you in this season. And that's really going to shift your concentration from this level to this level when you prioritize these things. So I pray that this video helps you. Those are just my quick 7 tips on how to increase your focus in this season. And yeah, I hope this helps. So until next time, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, beautiful.